In Read Right Now this week, we meet brothers Leo and Shay. Leo is content to live the bachelor life, eating takeaways, watching football on TV, and swilling beer. That is, until his straight-laced and more health-conscious brother, Shay, comes for an unexpected visit and rocks Leo's boat. The programme follows this odd couple in action as Shay brings on a midlife crisis in Leo and convinces him that his lifestyle needs to change. Along the way, we'll be looking at how to follow instructions, paying by cheque, and filling in application forms. Don't forget the special Read Right Now learning pack. It's also available. The workbook has worksheets to practice on, and the support book contains hints and tips. You can get your free copy by calling the NALA free phone number 1800 20 20 65. I'll repeat that number at the end of the programme. But now it's over to Leo, who's about to receive an unexpected visit.
Don't you mean? What the? Oh, you're blessed. Absolutely blessed. I would take it off him. Don't let him in. Oh, no! Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Huh? Why don't you just kick it in yourselves? Yeah, you. Oh, come on, let's kick it out. Move. Surely.
I've had it with that woman.
What are you talking about? Hey, look, Liverpool are playing. They're after letting one in.
I've left Pauline.
Hmm?
I can't believe she did it. She knew how I felt about them. Just because she thinks they're childish.
What did she do this time?
She gave me model plane collection to the kids on the street. I get home from work. There they are, jumping round the road, playing hurricanes with me bombers.
She didn't.
Oh, you just go ahead and laugh. I hoped you'd understand.
Oh, no, look, calm down. I'm sorry. Hey, look, you can stay here for the afternoon. We can watch the match.
30 years I was building that collection. 30 years. 400 planes. She gives it all away just like that. Well, she has no appreciation for the craftsmanship it takes to make a work of art such as a Stuka, or a Hurricane, or a Spitfire, or a Messerschmitt. Can I stay here till I get sorted?
Yeah, sure. I think you're overreacting a little bit.
I'm not overreacting. There's no way I can live with a woman who can't tell the difference between a toy and a work of art. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail there. The craftsmanship, the love, the skill that's gone into it.
Rubbish!
Leo, if you have a problem with me staying here, I can go to a hotel, you know, I can book into a B&B, I can stay anywhere.
You can stay as long as you like. Like you Wally.
Walk out the door and don't be Whoa, careful! Mind Mr. and Mrs. Doobie. Sorry about the mess. I've been working from home this afternoon. Just fixing up the Doobies album. Oh, careful! Mind Mr. and Mrs. Doobie.
Mrs. Doobie looks like a bit of a babe.
Oh, she's all sweetness and light now. You give her a while, it'll be a different picture.
Do I detect a little bitterness creeping in there?
I've been to the shops. Your fridge was empty. I don't know what you live on.
Takeaways. And of course, liquid nectar. What's that?
Buffalo mozzarella and vine tomatoes and basil salad.
Sounds more like a disease than something you'd eat.
Yeah, well, at our age, we have to watch our cholesterol.
What do you mean, at our age?
Well, we're no spring chickens anymore, Leo. As a matter of fact, I've noticed you've put on a few pounds.
What do you mean?
Well, it's hardly surprising. I mean, look at your lifestyle.
What's wrong with my lifestyle?
Well, I mean to say, you sit there every evening, looking at that, eating takeaways, guzzling beer. I mean, it's bound to take its toll. Your metabolic rate can't keep up. I'm only saying this because I'm concerned as your brother. You are getting fat. My suggestion to you is turn that thing off and join the gym this week.
The championship starts this week.
Get a video recorder. You can tape it. Watch it later. You used to be such a hit with the ladies.
What do you mean, used to be? I'm having a quiet period, that's all.
I'm only saying. It's a shame to see you losing your touch. You can bet your life they're not sitting on their asses drinking beer every night. And you can bet they don't have any quiet periods in their love lives.
Always a healthy eater, Shay's happy to prepare a special salad for himself and Leo. A recipe is a set of instructions which tell you what you need to prepare a meal, as well as how to do it. Instructions usually come in a list, which make it easier to follow. So, first thing to do is to read the recipe straight through. This will give you the general gist of it, and also highlight any unusual food you may need or steps you might have to follow. Shay starts by reading the list of what you need. Another word you might come across for this kind of list is ingredients. For example, a list of ingredients for a sandwich might include ham, chicken, cheese, onion, tomato, salt, pepper. It's a good idea to read all the items on the list of ingredients first, even if you're not sure exactly what the words mean. For example, mozzarella is an uncommon word, but it's followed by the word cheese, so that gives you a bit of a clue. The helpful thing about recipes is that they often have pictures to show what the ingredients look like. If you're going to try your hand at cooking, there are some keywords that come up over and over again and which you really need to know. Words such as beat, mix, chop, and slice. Then there are terms like season with salt and pepper, which you can probably make a guess at. If you're really stuck, why not try looking the word up in a dictionary? If you're not familiar with using a dictionary, don't worry, as we'll be looking more closely at dictionary skills later in the series.
I've got a job to do too. Where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be any part of. Those are no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of three little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that. No.
Come on over here, look, check this out. How are you doing? I was wondering, would you be able to give us a bit of information on some video recorders?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, good man. What do you reckon, anything in particular? Or
Well, the Sony model is the main model we do.
yeah.
So you can have a stereo version or a non-stereo version. It's £50 in the price difference.
Oh, will we go for that one?
Yeah. Okay, so who do I make that payable to?
Make it out to Bellevue Limited there. I'll just make out the invoice here for you.
Good man.
The first thing Leo does when writing this cheque is to find out who he should make it out to. He writes the company name clearly just beside where it says pay. Most people have to ask this, and also how to spell the name. It's important to get it right, as you don't want the cheque paid to the wrong person. Just underneath, Leo writes the amount he's paying in words. So he writes £150 only. The only is written to stop anyone else changing the amount after you've written it. Then, to make sure once more that it's very clear how much this cheque is for, Leo must write the amount in numbers. He writes it in the box next to the pound sign. Then he signs the cheque with his signature. Your signature is simply the way you sign your own name. When writing your signature, you don't need to write Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. Just your name is fine. but you should try and make sure that it looks the same every time you write it. Finally, Leo checks the date and fills it in at the top of the cheque. The day, 15th, the month, June, and the year, 2000. All of these steps are important. If any of them, signature, date, or amount, are not included, the cheque won't be paid. It's also a good idea to keep a written record of who you've paid and how much. And each cheque has what we call a stub, which you can keep so you know how much or how little you have in the bank.